Students, I welcome all of you once again to the lesson number 11, Work and Energy. So let's recall once again whatever we have learned in the last session. So students, in the last session we have learned that a lot of activity has been done in our day-to-day life. So for doing so many activity, we have to apply the force. So if an object is changing its original place from one place to the another place, then only we can say that the work has been done. Like in the above picture, we can see that the position of the some object has been changed when we are applying the force on it. So that means I can say that the objects are displaced. Displaced means what? Changing the original place. So shall we say that, students, over here, when an object is displayed by applying a force on it, the work is said to be done. So if the object does not change its place, then we can say that the work has not been done. If the object is changing the place, then only we can say that the work has been done. Is that clear? And most importantly, do remember that more work is done for the same displacement when more force is applied to do the work. So that means more the force, more work will be done. Lesser the force, lesser work will be done. So if the same force is applied for more displacement, more work has been done. And students, what else we have learned? We again spoke about that over here, when the applied force is the same. When the applied force is the same, work is done when there is a greater displacement. In other words, I can say that for measuring the work, both the force and the displacement must be considered. That means the more the work, the greater the displacement. Lesser the work, the lesser will be the displacement. So here in this case, you can see that over here, if we want to calculate the work, then we will have to consider both force as well as the displacement. And most importantly, students, today we will speak about the relationship between the work and the energy. So students, now we have to learn what is the exactly relationship between the work and the energy. Are they both same? Are they both different? What we exactly mean by the work and the energy, right? So let's see that here one by one in today's session. So students, in this picture, what you can see? In this picture, can you see that over here a boy is pushing a car? In this picture, you can see that a boy is pushing a car. Now you tell me what is happening in this picture. A boy is pushing a car by using his hand. Am I right? If boy does not push this, the position of the car will remain as it is. The boy is pushing the car, that's why the place of the car is changing from one place to the another place, right? So as the car is moving ahead by applying the force by a boy, then can I say that the work has been done, right? So students, in this picture you can see that over here a force has been applied by a boy to the car. So this boy is trying to apply his force on the car. So boy has certain type of the force. So force has been applied by a ball to the car. Okay. So work has been done. We can say that the work has been done. Why the work has been done? Because the force applied to the car caused the displacement. So because of the force, the car has changed its place. So as we have already learned that whenever there is a displacement, there is work has been done. Zero displacement, zero work. But here in this case, the work has been done because there is a displacement. Why there is a displacement? Because this guy is pushing a car by applying his force. So because of the force, the car has been changed its place from one place to the another place, right? So students, you can see that in other word, the transformation of the boy's energy into work has been taken place through the applied force. So that means this boy has a energy. So what this boy has done? Boy has applied his energy to a car. So because of boy's energy, the boy's energy got transferred to the car. So whatever energy was present in a boy, that got shifted to the car, and that's why the car moved in the forward direction. And here in this case we can say that the work has been done. And again students, let me ask you that over here, whenever in school or even in area also, you might be playing with your friends in ground, etc. Am I right? Even in the school also, during recess or something like that, you run to here and there like this only. Am I right? So students, in your area also right now you might be playing in your society or something like that. So you must be running here and there continuously. So now tell me over here, when you run along with your friends, can your friend run as many rounds as you can? Suppose if you have decided that you have to run across the ground, okay, and the more let's see that who will cross the many round across the ground. So students, here in this case, can you tell me that the work done by your friend and you, it will be same or it will be different? Of course it will be different. Now tell me, when you are running with your friend on ground, now in this case tell me, do all the friends have the same capacity for running? All your friends will run with the same capacity as you guys are running. Is that true? No, of course not. Some students will run with the higher capacity, some will run according to the their capacity. That means everybody has their own capacity to do their work. Everybody has the different level of the energy. Nobody will run with the same capacity. Okay, so in the case when the students are running from here and there, everybody will run according to their speed, right? So of course, as you can see that over here, your friends will complete either more or less round than the number of rounds you complete. That doesn't mean that if you are comparing with your friend might complete more round as compared to you, or your friend might complete less round as compared to you. So we can't exactly compare the two people at the same time, right? So students, as you can see that over here, the number of round will not be same for everybody, because everybody is running with their own capacity, and that's why the number of round will not be the same. Some will get tired on completing the 2 round, while the others will get tired on completing the 3 to 4 round. So everybody has the different capacity to complete the round. That is to say that each one's capacity to complete the round, it is not the same. Everybody has got the different capacity. Everybody will run with their own capacity. Are you getting my point over here? So as you can see that over here, you can complete only as many rounds as you have the capacity for. Okay, now I can't exactly predict that what exactly capacity you have. Everybody has a different capacity. Okay, so students, that's why remember that the capacity of a body to do a work is called as energy. So what do you exactly mean by the energy? For doing any activity, you have the capacity, so that capacity is called as what? Energy. So that means students, now did you understand that work and the energy, they both are the different phenomenon. Work is done when object is changed its place. Okay, so that is the work done. What is exactly energy? How much energy you have for doing that activity, that is called as what? Exactly energy. So the capacity to do any work, that is called as what? Energy. So energy might be less, or it might be high, or it might be low as well. Okay, so energy will differ from person to the person. So what do you exactly mean by the energy? The capacity of a body to do a work is called as what? Energy. And students, always remember that, but although they both are the different phenomenon, but the unit of the work and the energy both are same. They both got the different unit, same unit. Okay, unit of the work and the energy, they both are same. Unit means what? Like to measure the distance, we use centimeter, meter, kilometer, etc. Exactly in the same manner, if you want to calculate the work or energy, we have a unit. So if you want to calculate the work or energy, then we have the unit, and that unit is called as what? Joule. So joule is the energy for measuring the work and the energy. So work and energy are both measured in the unit name called as joule, and joule is the unit in the SI unit. What is the full form of the SI unit? System International. So joule is the SI unit for work and the energy. Understood now over here, students, what exactly I told you over here? So I hope so, students, now you must have understood regarding what do you exactly mean by the work and what is the exactly meaning of the energy. They both are the exactly different. Okay. And students, most importantly, there are so many forms of the energy which exist, and about all the type of the energy we are going to learn in this chapter one by one. But before that, let's have a list of all the type of the energy. So let's have a look at that. So students, can you see that over here? The first form of the energy is the mechanical energy. Second form of the energy which we are going to learn, that is the heat energy. The third type of the energy which we are going to learn, that is a light energy. Then we are going to learn, students, over here regarding the sound energy. And then lastly, we are going to learn about the chemical energy. So these are the 5 different type of the energy which we are going to learn in this chapter. So what are the different form of the energy? Tell me once again. Mechanical energy, heat energy, light energy, sound energy, and the chemical energy. So these all are the different form of the energy. Understood now over here, student? So students, let's recall once again what we have learned today. So today we spoke about what do you exactly mean by the work and what do you exactly mean by the displacement. So in this case, as you can see that a boy was applying a force on a toy. Because of the boy's energy, the displacement of the car has been occurred. So as you can see that over here, a boy in the picture has applied a force to a toy. Work has been done because the force applied to the car caused the displacement. And that means the whatever energy a boy had, that got transferred to the toy, and because of that a toy moved from one place to the another place. What else we have learnt over here? I ask you to compare your running capacity with your friends. So I ask you that do all the friends have the same running capacity? No, nobody has got the same running capacity, right? So that means your friends will complete either more or less round than the number of round you complete. The number of round will not be the same for everybody. You can complete only as much as round you have the capacity for. So this is called as what? Energy. The capacity of a body to do a work. The capacity of a body to do a work is called as what? Energy. And what else we have learnt now? We have learned that over here the unit of the work and the energy both are same. Unit concept, work concept is different, energy concept is different, but the thing is that they both has got the same unit. Unit means it is a unit in which we calculate both work and the energy. So what is the unit for work and the energy? It's the joule. Joule is the SI unit for calculating the work and the energy. Okay, students? So I hope so whatever we have completed in today's session, you must have understood that. Shall we stop here? So we'll continue the same session in the next lecture. Bye bye, take care.